Welcome to Monday Night Raw. It's the go-home show before Backlash. And we're kicking things off with another #1 contender match to see who will be facing Becky Lynch. Rhea Ripley looking to see who our opponent will be. Oh yeah! What a pick! Jordan Grace, one of the biggest signings, or one of the biggest draft picks that Adam Pearce made to spice up the women's division. She is going to be a force, but she is going against some really stiff competition in Rhea Ripley. This is going to be a good match. Two powerhouses in their own unique ways. Two very different offenses, yet still get the same goal and still do the same thing. And we are underway. Rhea Ripley, Jordan Grace. It is a freezing cold Texas day. We got a cup of coffee to my left, a bottle of water for when my voice starts to go out to my right. And we got a fun night of action to go through. Kicking things off, a little chain wrestling. And Grace trying to get the upper hand here. Her first match on the main roster. Big call up to Raw, but she's going against Rhea Ripley, who's probably the most accomplished women's wrestler in the last 3 years. And so far, not a great start. Package pile driver drives Jordan Grace's skull into the ground, and Rhea Ripley quickly taking the upper hand here. This match might be a huge learning curve for Jordan Grace if she lets this one slip too far out of hand. Back body drop to Ripley. Grace. Ooh. Drop hold now. Rhea really cinching in that hold on Jordan Grace now. So far, very calm start to this matchup. You see two people with very explosive offenses like Grace and Rhea Ripley. Expect this maybe to start a little quicker, but I think they both scouted each other well. So they're going to take the slow route, try and build up to a big finish, or maybe try and work their opponent down before they really unleash their full power on their opponent. And Jordan Grace, oh man, down goes Ripley. Could this be it? One, kick out at one. Grace used her finisher on the Eradicator to no effect. That has got to be demeaning. Rolling senton, absolutely beautiful. Another 1 count though. What does it take to keep Ripley down? Grace might have played her cards too early, I think. And big spine buster. Ripley up really quickly, not affecting her. Nothing is keeping Ripley down. And, oh man. Grace is in big trouble. I mean, she played her biggest power moves really quickly. I mean, we just talked about how they were going to try and build up to play their cards, but I think... Oh! Big missed drop kick. I think Jordan Grace played her hand too early. Nice reversal. Trying to get the upper hand again in the match. Ripley thrown to the ropes. Grace went for what looked like another spine buster, but Ripley counters to lock up. Ripley thrown to the ropes, going for something else, and Nice little shoulder tackle, but keeps Grace standing. Ripley in trouble. Another rolling senton. That's not what that move is called. It's early. It's early in the morning. Oh, big elbows. Grace rolls out of the way. I think Ripley was getting ready to set up a prism trap. But Grace, really smart counter. And now she has advantage in this one. Oh my, look at the power of Jordynne Grace. But both women are down. Little gassed early on in this matchup. Grace looking for the suplex. Letting the blood rush to Ripley's head, but Ripley counters. Chop block to the back of the leg. Grace is down. Ripley in optimal position here. Oh, nice counter. Grace just putting the dead weight on Ripley to take her down. Oh no, Grace taken to the top rope. Oh no. Ripley really smart to get out of that one because that could be game. Oh man. Nice takedown from Ripley, but she's taken to the top. Scouting Jordynne Grace. From the top rope, drop kick missed. Heavy landing for Ripley, but she gets back up. Barely affected. Grace taken back down. Really great to move on from that drop kick, not waste too much time recovering, and really putting the pain on Jordynne Grace. She drags her across the mat. Oh! Front face Michinoku driver driving Grace's face into the apron. That was brutal to watch. And this one could be over. I don't see how you kick out of that. 1, 2, 3. Grace, yeah, I think Blue Thunderbomb early. I mean, a lot of good moves from Grace, but yeah, the inexperience showed. Oh man, that was all it took. And Rhea Ripley will be going to face Becky Lynch, WrestleMania 40 rematch. Winner is going to be the first women's world champion on Raw. Blake Monroe is on the main roster, and she is looking to make a splash, but it's time for the women's intercontinental triple threat. Who will be the first women's midcard champion in this Universe Mode series? Ethan Page was able to really make a name for himself in his debut match last week. So could Blake Monroe be the next NXT call-up to win the title in their debut, similar to even a Javon Evans, who has a little bit of main roster experience, but not a lot. Roxanne Perez, I'd have to say is the favorite. And another big call-ups. Want to talk about powerhouses. Zarya, one of the most dangerous women in the roster. The crowd is cheering for Roxanne Perez. I think very clearly the favorite to win this match, but these triple threats can get very unpredictable. I mean, you saw with the Fatal 4-Ways, I think Javon and Ethan Page were two long shots to win their matches. But in the end, it was just those sneak pins while everyone else is distracted as Blake Monroe climbing a little escalera into the drop kick. Monroe, one of the biggest signings whenever she arrived to NXT, formerly known as Mariah May. Zarya, another huge signing. I mean, she was part of that new wave of women's talent that came to NXT, similar to Blake Monroe. New wave that started once the exits of people like Roxanne Perez, Stephanie Vaquer, and Julia all left NXT. I mean, it's pretty insane how much talent NXT just keeps on getting and keeps on signing to their product. But three household names of the NXT women's division in their times. And Zarya's next up in real life. But all three on the main roster now. Is Zarya driving the knees. Monroe went for the sneak attack with the kendo stick. Zarya had it scouted. Big chop to the back of the head, and Big Monroe is down. Roxanne Perez bringing out the bat and equalizing the threat that Zarya poses. Zarya, so far the only person not have brought out a weapon, really shows how dangerous she just is on her own. But pin made, only a 1 count for Roxanne Perez. And there we go. Zarya bringing out the chair. Oh, wow. Unprotected shot to the head. Roxanne counters the attack. Zarya thrown to the ropes. And Perez, nice little arm drag, takes down Zarya and Roxanne taken to the top. But Blake Monroe has something planned. Moonsault. Zarya down. Chop block, but Zarya already back up. And now Roxanne. Zarya facing off. And Zarya looking to get some revenge of her own. Powerbomb. Pin made. Blake Monroe's just shakily getting up. Not even a 1 count, though. It's going to take a lot more brutality to get this match over with. Nice backbreaker. Or neckbreaker, sorry. Monroe throws another escalera. Another dropkick. Landing flush on the face of the Prodigy. Pin made. Zarya there to break it up, but I think Roxanne was already going to kick out anyway, so it didn't change much. Oh, down goes Zarya. Roll up. Blake Monroe down 1. Kick out. And Blake Monroe has the arm of Roxanne. Perez able to kick out of it. Oh, nice head scissors. Takes down Zarya. Roxanne's shown some great technical abilities in this matchup so far, despite the extreme advances of the other women in this match with the weapons. And Blake Monroe went for that. Looks like a shining wizard, but Perez able to duck out of it. Good takedown. Oh, nice lariat. And Perez has the advantage. Nice moves. Oh, no! Monroe got the knees up. Heavy landing for Perez. Big pump kick from Zarya. Down goes Monroe. 1. Kick out at 1 again. These women are resilient. Drop kick from Perez. Backfires as Zarya will already back up as Perez struggles to roll out of the ring. Zarya catches her. Oh, F5 to Roxanne Perez, but Monroe has the chair. Is she gonna break it up? Yes, she is. She's taking a little time on that one. Nice sling blade. Oh, went for the headbutt, but nice counter of Roxanne, hit with the slaps and a couple of kicks. And Roxanne is schooling the rookies right now, which is weird to say because Roxanne herself has only been in the main roster for about a year in real life. Pin made. And a kick out by Roxanne. But Monroe gonna steal the pin. 1. Sorry, having none of it. As Roxanne rolls out of the ring, Blake Monroe might be in trouble here. Running power slam. Zarya has been the powerhouse that this match is needed. And now she's looking for a power bomb. No, taken to the corner. Uh-oh. This cannot be good. Face first into the ring post. Roxanne tried to equalize it with the chair. Zarya having none of it. Oh, man. No one can really keep Zarya down for very long. Running attack into the corner for a suplex. Oh, but Roxanne able to counter. Very smart to get out of that one. Here comes Blake Monroe back up, though. All three trading places. Looks like they might work together against Roxanne. Powerbomb. Perez back up immediately, though. No selling that one, but that was a bad move. Face first into the ground. Monroe win for the chair. Zarya has scouted. Big headbutt takes down Zarya. Big running knee. Zarya has been down. Monroe has the advantage. Perez wobbly, but is back up. Monroe turning her attention to the prodigy. Roxanne a little bit too quickly. Roll up. 1, 2. No. Uh-oh. Monroe. Sun, set, flip. Stealing the Pop Rocks from Roxanne. And Monroe looking for the Michinoku driver. Monroe's really smart to roll out of the ring because that could have been bad. Chair to the back of Roxanne. Spear from Zarya. Perez is down, but Monroe back up. Zarya, I don't even think saw Monroe. Was just going for the top rope, but that was just not smart. Roxanne in trouble. Quickly gets out of it. Oh, man, backbreaker. Zarya has rolled out of the ring, so it's just Roxanne and Monroe. Chair. Monroe up, swinging, misses wildly. Perez throws Roxanne, or throws Monroe to the ropes. And then the shoot punches. Goes for the rope, but I don't think she saw that Zarya's right behind her. And Zarya's charged up. This could be ugly. Oh, man. Roxanne in trouble. I don't even know. How do you counter something like that? And this could get ugly. F5. Monroe counters. Looking for the DDT. Could Monroe steal this one? Goes for the pin. Roxanne is down. 1, 2. Kick out at 2.5. The DDT was not enough, and Monroe is pissed. Perez back up, but she needs to get in the ring immediately. Headbutt to Zarya. Monroe could have it here. What is Roxanne doing? Slow to get to the ring. 1, 2. Kick out. Thanks to Zarya. Roxanne really taking way too long to get to the ring. Package pile driver to Roxanne Perez. Blake Monroe has quickly gained the big advantage in this match as she's taken down Zarya and has control of Perez. Oh no. Went for the gut wrench suplex. Stunner from Roxanne. Great counter. All three women outside the ring. Monroe in trouble. Oh, wow. And Venom offense from Zarya. Roxanne throws her out of the ring and has the crowd's attention for sure. Big kick. DDT takes down Monroe. Roxanne stealing a move of her own after the pop rocks that Monroe hit earlier. And now it's Roxanne and Zarya. Never mind, Zarya. A little confused. Suplex onto the chair. Oh, man, that looked dangerous. But Monroe's back up. Breaks up the pin. That could have been it. German of her own onto the chair. Zarya down. Roxanne shakily back up. But Roxanne blocks the chair. Monroe in trouble. Roxanne throws Monroe to the ropes. Big kick. Monroe counters. Zarya back up. All three women in the middle of the ring. Sling blade from Blake. Zarya has Monroe. Looks for another German. No. This could be bad. Front face slam. Zarya with the chair. Roxanne is down for the count. Pin made. Could Zarya be your new Intercontinental Champion? Zarya does it. The adrenaline had worn off for Blake Monroe, and that chair sold the deal. And Zarya, with one of the most impressive debuts you will see in WWE, just dominated that triple threat. Now we got a new monster to worry about in the women's division. And it's time for your main event, where we're going to figure out who's facing Obafemi for the World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash next week. And the cover boy has arrived. CM Punk is in universe mode. CM Punk recently had this to say about Obafemi. He said on Twitter, the fact that Obafemi was picked #1 overall and CM Punk was picked in the later rounds makes me sick. He said he's tired of working with fucking children, and he's going to show them how the veterans can do it. But he's going to have a big matchup because we got a WrestleMania main event level match to main event Raw tonight. Let's get to our opponent. And the Viper has made his way to Raw. These two unks are gonna show that they still got it. The man with voices in his head. Randy versus Punk, two of the biggest stars of their respective eras. Two of the biggest stars today. Main eventing Monday Night Raw. Got a classic up ahead. Orton has Punk suplex position, trying to lift something there, but Punk trying to wiggle his way out of it, looking, trying to land a switch, doesn't get it. Hip toss, takes Punk to the ground, drives the knee into Punk's face. There we go. Randy looking fresh as a button in this one. Big elbow from Punk, trying to counter. Little leg sweep, takes down the Viper. Oh, big drop kick, and it already cut Randy open. That was fast. We didn't have any blood in the women's triple threat. And that got very intense, but wrestling's weird like that. Ooh, big neck breaker. They both roll out to the ring at the same time. Oh, nice uppercut. Punk down. Probably one of the most even matchups we've seen in Universe mode so far. Two very similarly talented wrestlers in their own right. Punk's just a very, like, I don't want to say slimy, but just able to weasel his way out of big predicaments despite certain size disadvantages in the match. Randy Orton just a physical specimen. I mean, big as hell, fast, uber athletic. I mean, just an impressive guy to watch all around. The Punk very savvy in the ring, but they need to get back or else they're going to count it out. And I don't know what happens in the case of a double count out. I don't know what that means for Obafemi at Backlash. Oh, driving the knee down. Oh, nice kick. And takedown from Orton. Landing some really stiff punches on the face of the self-proclaimed best in the world. And Orton is charged up. But Punk has it scouted. He's ready. Big kick, big kick. And looking for the suplex. But Orton out of it again. Another counter. Punk has gone for that suplex twice now. And both times, Orton's had an answer for it. Pinning combination made. One. Kick out. Ooh, nice takedown. Punk already out of it. They're going. Meeting in the middle of the ring. Another leg sweep. Third of the match. And Orton from the top. You don't see him do that very often. Nice little double axe handle. Going for the pin. No, he actually just signed against it. Going for a couple stomps in the ring. And Orton charged up. And you know what that means. RKO. And this could be over. There's no way. One. Yeah, had to. He had to. I mean, there's no way you can take down CM Punk that easily. I mean, that man does not die. Unless this is UFC. Orton really overpowering Punk in this matchup. I think this is one of the cases where that size difference almost becomes, or that size and strength difference becomes too much for CM Punk as it's driven into the ring post. Oh. Punk in trouble. Reverses it with the Bulldog. Orton was about to drive Punk onto that table, but they're getting really close to that 10 count. Randy's gushing blood. Punk gonna roll back into the ring, and they're both gonna beat the count just barely, though. Oh, I don't think Punk knew that Orton was back in the ring that quickly. Drops him on his shins, and Punk is down again. Punk smart to roll out of the ring, try and catch his breath. Now they're both back in the ring. And Punk has Orton caught off guard, driven him into the post. A little slap, little punch. And Punk to the running knee to the face. Nice Bulldog. And Orton is in trouble. The blood began to ooze onto the mat. And CM Punk is ready to take Orton to sleep. Roundhouse kick. And he's waiting in the wings. Looking for the GTS. Pin made. Could this be it? CM Punk is your winner. It only took one to send Orton to bed. And just like that, the best in the world is looking to face the best prospect in WWE at Backlash. I said the thing. But what a SmackDown. Or what a Raw. Jesus, I'm... Up next is SmackDown. There we go. Fun show. Let's see what SmackDown has to offer. What does Nick Aldis have in store? Welcome to Friday Night SmackDown. And we're kicking things off with Tiffany Stratton. Another #1 contender match to see who is going to face Jade Cargill at Backlash. But she's going to have to go against another former Women's World Champion. Very controversial figure in the women's landscape. I think a lot of people still don't really know where her ring level stands. I think she's definitely improved a ton. I feel like she's earned her runs at the title. But now she's gonna prove herself against one of the best young women's wrestlers we have out here. Big powerhouse in Tiffany Stratton. Two very different styles gonna clash in the opening match of SmackDown tonight. Stratton's had her feuds with Jade Cargill in real life. I honestly thought that was going to be the WrestleMania match for Cargill for a little bit until Rhea Ripley came in, but Cargill actually beat Tiffany Stratton for that world title before all the titles were stripped for this universe mode. So she definitely has history there, and she has experience with beating the Storm. That is Jade Cargill. Liv Morgan has never faced anyone like Jade Cargill. I mean, she's beating Rhea Ripley, which I think could probably constitute as a more powerful win in terms of accomplishments in WWE. But I think this version of Cargill that we saw just completely manhandle Stephanie Vaquer last week really might be a different form. So if Morgan wins this, she is going to have her work cut out for her this Saturday at Backlash. Both matching red gear, so it might get a little confusing, and they're both blonde. So this honestly, outside the size difference, like height-wise, this could be a little tricky to commentate, but we will try our best, as so far Liv Morgan has had the upper hand in this match. Stratton seems to be caught off guard by the quick offense that Morgan has put on early in the matches. They're both outside the ring. Morgan waiting for Stratton to get up with a little enziguri. Nice little kip up from Stratton, former world-class gymnast, and it shows in her offense. Very unique style that she matches with the big, powerful moves that she has in her arsenal. Liv Morgan, just able to be really tricky to keep down for a long time, is able to get out of such tough predicaments, can play, not afraid to play dirty. I think that's a big thing in Liv Morgan's game, that she is not afraid to go extreme, not afraid to bend the rules a little bit. Stratton has showed early in her debut that she could do that, but I feel like recently the face turn that she took against Nia Jax, it kind of lost a bit of that edge. She hasn't shown a while, but Liv Morgan might be at risk of getting counted out. This could be a really quick match. Oh my goodness! I am at a loss. Can we get a timer on that? How long was that match? I mean, that could have been no more than two. I don't think I ever really got a chance to talk about the action. What? I am beyond shocked. I mean, Liv Morgan was just completely caught off by the neck breaker into the stairs. I mean, this match. I guess Tiffany Stratton's gonna face Cargill at Backlash, but I'm not even ready to talk about the next match, and we got a championship match up next. All right, we're moving on. Tiffany Stratton facing Jade Cargill, but it's time for the triple threat for the women's U.S. title. And here comes Piper Niven. I don't even. I can't get past that yet. Piper Niven alone on SmackDown as she got separated from the rest of the Secret Service who went to the Raw brand. We've yet to see them pop up. I imagine we'll be seeing them soon once I follow the AI takeover booking, because right now I'm setting things up so we have champion and stuff. And here comes Julia. The beautiful madness. Two-time U.S. champ in real life, though. I feel like even despite that, she's been given not a lot to work with, but Universe mode, very unpredictable. Things can change. I mean, we quickly saw how fast your stock can rise in Universe mode. We saw it with Javon Evans and saw it with Zarya earlier today, winning the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So honestly, an impressive win can really set Julia on the right track. And the first Women's U.S. Champion in Universe mode. All right. This is my pick to win the match. This whole Ruka. One of the most inventive wrestlers already in her short time in WWE. Just in a super exciting moveset. Could do pretty much anything. Has future world champion written all over her. But first, she's going to prove she can win the U.S. title in her first match on SmackDown. Just insanely athletic. I mean, can do pretty much anything and everything that she wants or needs to do to win a match. This should be a fun matchup. U.S. title on the line. Will be the first champion, women's champion on SmackDown. And this match is underway. Sol Ruka, Julia, Piper Niven. Hopefully this match goes a little bit longer than the last one. And Julia taking the fight to Piper Niven. Niven, I feel like out of all three of these wrestlers, has the most to prove for herself. She's been on the roster, main roster, for a long time now. Not a long time, but been a couple years. She's gone through a couple gimmick changes, gone through a couple phases of her career. Top rope Hurricane Rana from Julia. But despite that, I feel like doesn't have the accomplishments to her name that you think she should for someone of her talent. So now that she's on her own in SmackDown with a very unproven roster, a lot of young talent, a lot of rookies being sent up on SmackDown for the women's division, I think this title is hers to lose. I mean, you gotta start putting up results eventually, and I feel like this reset that she's gonna go through is gonna be the best time for her to do that. So I feel like probably the most interesting person to watch in this match, which is crazy to say when you have someone like Sol Ruka or someone as talented as Julia in the match. Sol has Julia planted right where she wants. Springboard lariat as Niven rolls out to the ring. Ruka bringing in a lot of weapons of choice, going with the sledgehammer. Oh, I would not be so happy to see someone running with a sledgehammer to my face like Piper Niven was, but guess the move paid off because she is back up in a minute. And Julia coming in with the kendo stick. Julia so far taking control of this one. Again, going back to that Stratton and Liv Morgan match, where does Liv Morgan go from here? I mean, you still have the Judgment Day outside of Roxanne Perez on SmackDown, but where do you go from here? Big crossbody from Niven. Like, you really don't have much leverage to get another shot at that title for a while. She is going to have to work her way from the bottom, which is really insane to say for someone who just recently was world champion as of last year. Oh, so Ruka, another crossbody from Niven. She is just tossing these people around. And Julia, nice counter, but Sol Ruka's body in the way. Big chop back and forth. Not back and forth, back to back, I mean, to Piper Niven. But Niven back up pretty quickly. 3 women in the corner of the barricade. Interesting spot to be in. And, oh, double teaming Sol Ruka. Oh, man, her leg caught the barricade. That is not a fun way to land here. As the 2 women leave Ruka on her own as they're going to take to the other corner of the ring. They decide, this spot's a little crowded. Let's move somewhere else. As Niven shushing the crowd and saluting to her her former manager in Chelsea Green. As Ruka, I see her in the corner with the stairs. I don't know what she could be planning, but Niven holding, Julia up there, but Julia was able to get down for Piper. Could really land much offense. Ruka hitting the little pose, and oh man, unique roll up, but Niven there to kick and break up the pin really quickly. So, fan favorite for a lot of people, I think. Pretty obvious why, but these other 2 women are showing that they are just as talented. Nice Hurricane Rana. Niven rolls out of the ring. And Niven back with a kendo stick, completely blindsided Sol Ruka. Nice elbow from Sol. Niven watching on in the middle of the ring. Now deciding to pick her attack. And Ruka has the leg of Julia wrapped up pretty tightly there. And Niven decided to go back into the ring. Didn't want to do too much. Baiting Ruka back in, but Ruka took the bait and still got the upper hand, driving Niven into the ring post as Julia's back up. Nice takedown with that elbow. But Julia driving Niven into the post. Oh, this could be dangerous. Big kick. Niven stuck there, trying to get out of it. Julia turning her attention to Sol Ruka while Niven's still trapped. Finally getting out of it. She's back up. Maybe a little woozy, though. Oh, wow. Jackhammer from Julia, but Niven going to break up the pin once again. Nice takedown. And, oh, running. Cross. Body dodged. Back to the face of Julia. That's going to take her down for a minute. As Niven, power slam! Ruka down! Could Niven steal this one? Julia back up, breaks up the pin. That could have been it. Ruka seemed way out of it. Drop kick from Julia. And Niven takes Julia running into Uranagi. That was impressive. Oh, man. Big takedown for Ruka. She's slowly getting back up and trying to get back on the swing of things after eating that big attack from Piper Niven. Oh, man. Julia signals she's ready for this match to be over. And the two stare down in the middle of the ring. Chop from Julia takes down Piper. Oh, Julia looking for some beautiful madness. But Ruka back up, but she's a little distracted. Julia not going to go for the pin. Entry choice driving the knee to the face of Piper, but Ruka has the kendo stick, equalizing the three women in the ring. Julia going to the outside. So is Ruka. Ruka springboard. Went for the 450, but Niven decides to spear Julia out of the ring instead and leaves Ruka to land face first on the ground. And uh-oh, big elbow takes down Soul. Match starting to really heat up now as Piper choking out Soul Ruka with the bat, but Ruka able to roll out of that one. Julia back into the ring. Uh-oh, roll up. Ref with the count. Niven slow to get back up. This could be it. Nope, flips it, and Niven breaks up the pin. Another Uranagi. Down goes Julia. Ruka back into the ring. Interesting camera angle. Oh, neck breaker. Piper Niven's down. Ruka and Julia, the two standing in the ring. Two of the future top stars of the women's division. Down goes Soul. And what could Julia be planning as she's going to the top? This can't be good. Top rope drop kick. Missile drop kick takes down Soul. Pin made. Niven's far from the ring. 1, 2, 3. Julia's your U.S. champion. Niven was planning something with the steps. A little too far to get to the pin, but the missile drop kick. And just like that, Julia is kicking off Universe Mode as women's champion. Looking to get the respect that she has been deserving. And it's time for the main event. Final match to decide the card for Backlash, as we got Obafemi versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's Championship. Wow, I'm just really struggling with this card read. Jeez, I can't read. But Seth freaking Rollins drafted over to SmackDown, looking to win the world title. But he's not going against no slouch. Let's get to his opponent while the crowd sings his song. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I like it. Trick Willie is in the main event of SmackDown. The crowd is really unsynchronized on this one. The Trick Williams, a superstar in NXT, sent up to the main roster. He's looking to go the route of Obafemi and compete for a world title real quickly and make his presence undeniable. Main event to SmackDown, main event of the night. It is ready. And we are off. Trick Williams quickly going with a running lariat to start this match, and Rollins was not ready for that. But he's back up quickly. Veteran wrestler, one of the longest current wrestlers in WWE, which is crazy because I feel like it still feels like he's not been in the company for as long as he has, but it's been over a decade. Way over a decade, and he's done a ton in this company, despite never being really the #1 guy. But he's looking to change that on SmackDown. Meanwhile, Trick Williams looking to jump the line in Rollins' eyes. Springboard. Rollins separated from the Vision, the group that he started along with Paul Heyman, the Vision are on Raw. So now he has his sights solely focused on winning a world title on SmackDown. Nice choke. Takes down Williams, but he's quickly back up. This match going all gas, no brakes to start things off. Looks like we're in for a sprint, not a marathon. A big explosive suplex countered into the roll-up. 1, 2. Rollins reverses it. 1, 2. Kick out. All right. So we got a moment to breathe. Let's try this card read again. At Backlash, we're going to have the women's Tornado Tag Title match. We'll have 3 teams, 1 from each brand, looking to compete for the women's tag title. Pedigree from Rollins early on. Then we'll have Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton for the women's world title. We have Sami Zayn versus the winner of this match for the WWE World Title. Then we have Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, a WrestleMania rematch. And Oba Femi versus CM Punk, past versus future once again for the World Title. An absolutely stacked card. Only on Alex Estrada Wrestling. Well, let's get back to the action. Trick Williams turned the tides after that pedigree, not really unfazed by the move. And Rollins getting scraped like a cheese grater on the ropes. I think it looked like he might have cut him open for it. Might have been the camera angle, the lighting. Appears so. Now Rollins in trouble. Driven into the ground. Trick Williams, big powerhouse, but still the underdog in this matchup, despite the explosive offense that he possesses. I mean, he kind of reminds me similarly of a Seth Rollins, someone who just had such a very powerful, or not like powerful in form of like big slams and stuff like that, but just really explosive, can kind of just come out of nowhere with a big move and really turn the tides of a match at any moment. But now Rollins a lot more experience and looking for a top rope. Frankensteiner reversed. Trick counter it, top rope, elbow drop, down goes Rollins. Veteran counter from a young upstart in Trick Williams. Oh, he went for that pump kick. Rollins had it scouted, stayed on the ropes, and oh, this could be dangerous. Went for the neck breaker, side for the elbow to the back of the neck, and down goes Trick Willie. Oh, Rollins calling back to his early days with the taunt, with the celly. Running. The elbow drop. Or running with the elbow. Goes for the pin. Could that be enough? 1. Kick out at 1. It's going to take a lot more to keep Williams down. And Williams, big lariat, takes down Rollins. And Williams is feeling himself, calling back to Booker T. And oh man, Rollins countered again. Williams has had a lot of counters. He's looking maybe to steal the stomp. No, going for the little leg drop. And now Rollins showing how it's done. Stomp to Trick Williams. This could be over. 1, 2, 3. Trick Williams may have some flashes of potential, but you can't beat someone as good as Seth Rollins, someone as experienced as the Visionary. And Sami Zayn, if he's watching, I mean, you know he's watching. I think he knows he's got a big matchup ahead at Backlash this Saturday. But that's all we got for Universe Mode today. Great show, even if SmackDown was a little quick, we'll say. But fun show tonight, and like I said, we got Backlash coming up. Only a 5-match card because I mean we only got so many storylines. There's so many. We gotta figure out these champions. Every championship except the tag belts will be decided after Backlash. Like I said, Oba Femi versus CM Punk for the world title. Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley for their world title. Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins for the title. Jade versus Stratton. And then the women's Tornado Tag title match. That one has a chance to steal the show, in my opinion. But we'll see you next time on Universe Mode. We'll have our first pay-per-view of the year. But that's all for SmackDown. Have a good night.